Hey there, everybody. This is White Panther coming to you from Tucson, Arizona, with episode 11 of volume 1 of our video series, Inside the Panther's Lair. Today we'll be talking about a song called It Takes My Breath Away. I've been living in Arizona and down in my little corner of the desert for coming up on 2 years. And I had really just been loving every minute of the lifestyle. I love the fact that I could open my back door and be staring right into the Cochise stronghold. I love the fact that I could step outside, throw a saddle on a horse inside of 5 minutes, and be up and riding in the hills. It was just an amazing, amazing experience, something that I never ever even thought that I'd be doing when I was growing up back in New York. But it's like I've said countless times, this is just home, and it really made me feel better than I felt in a very, very long time. So it was only a matter of time before I finally broke down and wrote one of my feel-good, mindless, just having fun, loving life kind of songs. And It Takes My Breath Away happens to be just that song. All of the little silly things that God, I know this sounds so cliche and so horrible, but all the little things that we overlook on a daily basis that can really bring you so much joy if you give it the opportunity. Sunset, sunrise, riding through the mountains, being with good friends, just passing time, things like that. So one day it just wrote itself, and finally found myself in the studio, and it must have been one of those days because you never know what you're going to be bringing into the studio with you. It must have been one of those days that, on our way in, Steve and I must have both been listening to the same radio station. And we must have heard the same song. I guarantee we had to have heard the same song in our ride over. But we started working on the music, and it wasn't until after we laid it down and started doing the mix that we both kind of looked at each other and just laughed. When you hear the beginning of the song, you cannot help. It would be physically impossible for anyone who's ever heard the original song. Even the birds, they are just never, ever going to stop. Anyway, anyone who's ever heard I Only Want to Be With You by Hootie and the Blowfish will catch themselves smiling now that I've mentioned it, and they hear the beginning guitar riffs in this particular song. So again, you never know where your writing influences are going to come from. You never know where the last-minute musical arrangements are going to come from. We just get in there, start jamming on stuff, and when it feels right, we put it down. And this was one of those happy accidents. Again, didn't plan on writing something that sounded like a song from Hootie and the Blowfish. Oh my, oh my! I wonder if Darius Rucker would be upset if I keep mentioning Hootie. Darius, we love you. Anyway, that's about it on the background of the song. I hope you like it. And once again, this is White Panther telling you to keep music in your hearts, and may God bless y'all.
A slow burning sky out my back window. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. Although I see it every night before the sun drops out of sight, I can still say to you tonight, it takes my breath away. A cool mountain ride just after sunrise. I don't need no guide, and there's no big surprise. I could go riding every day, all up and down the desert way. I would still look at you and say, hey, it takes my breath away. A good group of friends share life stories, living a happy life and all its glory. Don't know just what I've done so right to go to bed smiling every night. It's all so much that it just might take my breath away. There are so many times but you can't let all that just drag you down. If you just open up your eyes, you might just get that big surprise that finally turns your world so upside down. I got a beautiful girl to give my heart to. I gave it a whirl, she gave me hers too. I really don't need any more, not like I used to need before, since the sweet flame walked through my door and she took my breath away. Baby took my breath away.